Hey everyone, we got a very fun build for you guys today, and it's one of the more fun builds I've played. There's a lot of moving pieces to this build, so let's dive into it. This build revolves around the Manticore. Dealing damage while grounded charges anti-grav repulsors, and then dealing damage while airborne extends anti-grav repulsors. Dealing damage while airborne increases the weapon's damage output, and then holding your reload input disengages the anti-grav repulsors. And then the catalyst makes it so while you're airborne, sustain damage and final blows to difficult combatants grant a void overshield. It reduces combatant accuracy, and then it returns ammo to the magazine. This weapon's honestly a lot of fun, and to make it even better, we'll be pairing it with Spirit of Gerfalcon. Your void weapons gain volatile rounds after you emerge from being invisible. For your other perk on your exotic cloak, it doesn't matter too much, but I recommend Foe Tracer or Inmost Light. Spirit of Assassin could also be good for this as well. If you don't have an exotic cloak with the Gerfalcons, or you don't like any of the options to pair with it, feel free to just use Gerfalcons. To make sure we're invisible frequently, we'll be using Stylish Executioner. Defeating a target by any elemental debuff grants invisibility, and then after performing a Stylish Execution, your next melee attack while invisible weakens targets. Then for our other aspect, we have Ascension. While airborne, consume your class ability energy to create a burst of energy around you that amplifies allies and jolts targets. There's a few reasons for using this. We'll want to pair it with Galvanic Armor for 30% damage resist, and then it's also a quick and fun way to become airborne for the Manticore. And defeating those enemies that are jolted will also grant us invisibility from Stylish Executioner. Now for our melee, if you're using Spirit of Foe Tracer, we'll want to use the Snare Bomb for that damage increase, and then if you're not using Spirit of Foe Tracer, feel free to use whatever melee you would like. Threaded Spike is always a good option. For your grenade, I like using the Grapple. This pairs nicely with the Manticore, and then it can either put you in a good spot to use it, or it can get you out of a tricky situation. Now moving on, we'll want an easy way to become invisible, and Facet of Solitude is as free as it gets. Landing rapid precision hits emits a Severing Blast from the target, and then while Transcendent, that Severing Blast is bigger. Keep in mind that Severing decreases enemies' outgoing damage by 40%, and when defeating a combatant affected by Sever, a Tangle will spawn. So we have the damage resist from becoming amplified, the reduction to our combatants' damage output from severing them with precision hits, and then the occasional void overshields from Manticore while airborne, and then our Manticore decreasing our combatants' accuracy while hitting them while airborne. A lot of things working well together here. Now for our other fragments, we have Facet of Balance for melee energy on rapid light final blows, and then grenade energy on rapid dark final blows. And next up we have Facet of Hope. While you have an elemental buff, your class ability regenerates more quickly. We'll want our class ability as often as possible so we can become amplified for that damage resistance. Then we have Facet of Purpose. Picking up an Orb of Power grants survivability buff based on your equipped super. I like using Silence and Squall for Frost Armor since it has the second highest duration right behind Amplified, but feel free to use whatever you'd like. And that goes for everything in my builds, just fine tune it to your liking. Everyone has different preferences. For our last fragment, we have Facet of Protection. While surrounded, you're more resistant to incoming damage, and this is a 15% damage resistance. For your other guns alongside Manticore, I like using the Call for a little bit more range when needed, and it also pairs nicely with Threaded Blast, but feel free to use whatever strand weapon you'd like or whatever weapon you'd like in general. And then for your heavy, I suggest anything void. Now moving on to armor mods on our cloak, these might sound weird at first, but the reason for these choices is because using Ascension doesn't count as a class ability for the armor mods that revolve around class ability usage, if that makes sense. So for example, Reaper, Ascension wouldn't work with that, and we'll want to take advantage of different armor mods for that reason. So we'll be using Time Dilation to make our armor charges last an additional 5 seconds. Then you can choose to either use another stack of Time Dilation or use Proximity Ward for a 200 HP overshield while performing a finisher, and then Healthy Finisher for instant health and shield on finisher. Keep in mind that Healthy Finisher consumes 1 armor charge. Now on our boots, we'll want Void Weapon Surge for a 10% increase to our Void Weapons damage, and then Innervation for grenade cooldown on orb pickup, and Recuperation for health on orb pickup. On your chest piece, just use whatever damage resistance mods that you'd like. On our gauntlets, Firepower for orbs on grenade final blows, Impact Induction for grenade cooldown on powered melee attack, and then Focusing Strike for class ability energy on powered melee attack. Keep in mind that your grapple counts as a melee. Finally on our helmet, we have Void Siphon for orbs on void weapon final blows, and then Special Ammo Finder. For your artifact mods, you'll want Threaded Blast if you're using a strand weapon, which I highly recommend, Radiant Orbs for more damage, Galvanic Armor for damage resistance while amplified, Expanding Abyss for extra void damage on weakened targets, and then Void Hegemony for an overshield when defeating weakened targets, and then finally Shield Crush for faster melee and grenade recharge and damage depending on what buffs we have. And that's everything for the build. For the gameplay loop, I recommend starting off with your smoke or whatever melee you're using and becoming invisible off of that, and then charge up your Manticore by doing damage while grounded, and then use Ascension frequently and go to town with Manticore. Whenever you spawn a Tangle, you can shoot it with your strand weapon to take advantage of Threaded Blast, and then pop Transcendence whenever you get it. You'll get a feel for the gameplay loop the more you play it, and and it's honestly a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. A like and a sub go a long way. Enjoy the gameplay, and I will see you in the next one. Alright, we have the Hydroponics Delta Master Lost Sector. We have Overcharged Rocket Launcher, Solar Surge, Arc Surge, Void Threat, and then Barrier and Unstoppable Champions. And then for our weapons, we're obviously using the Manticore. And alongside that, I have the Call and Edge Transit. And then alongside Spirit of the Gyrfalcon, we have Spirit of the Foe Tracer. Alright, we're going to start off Weakening. Take care of those ads real quick. We spawn a Tangle. You have two options with Tangles. You can either throw them, grapple, or you can shoot them with a Strand weapon. For Threaded Blast. It's a really good combo. I'm going to grapple here, take out this guy, go Amplified. Get some Overshield for Manticore. Yeah, that's really good at ad clear. Threaded Blast is crazy. I didn't need to destroy that Tangle, but it's alright. Up Transcendence here. Can you imagine 10 years ago when you were playing Destiny 1? Fast forward, see what we can do in Destiny 2. It's kind of wild. Use our finisher. Nice. So far so good. Something I forgot to mention in the build portion of the video. This build's also very good with Gifted Conviction. Gives you extra damage resist. I prefer this build a little bit more. Just because you get that extra option on your exotic cloak. Both are very good though. Alright, go Amplified. And I want to take care of these turrets back here. They're hitting me while invis. It's all good. Use our finisher. I'm gonna go Amplified again. Use our super. Pop Transcendence. All that good stuff. Oops. Oops. I wanted to get off another Transcendent Grenade before it ended, but didn't do it in time. And we got more ads spawning. I'm gonna go Amplified, go Invis as well. I don't know why my grapple went to the right. Amplify. Jolt. Pop Transcendence here. Oops, I didn't mean to. I tried to hold reload to get down, but it's all good. We'll use our finisher here. Throw this, toss our super. I want to charge up some more anti-grav. Go amplified again here. Pop transcendence. Jeez, I'm getting booped around like crazy. What's going on? Oops. Do some boss damage while I can. Nice. Took care of the boss. We just need to do some more ads. Alright, not too bad. This build's so much fun. I love it. The build is down in the description below. Hope you guys like it. And remember to like and subscribe if you like it. And I will see you guys in the next video.